Alright, so if you're using the amber light, you're pretty much done. All you need to do now is wire it up with some butt connectors, heat shrink tubing, or however you like to do it, maybe solder connections, and then install them in the housing. But if you're going to be using the reverse light and the brake light, it's a little more complex, and we'll go over that now. Alright, so if you're going to be using the reverse light instead of the amber light, you'll need to wire up this stop light to act as your turn signal, your tail light, and your stop light. And to do that, you'll need one of these. You can get this on eBay or eTrailer.com. I'll leave the part number in the description below. But you want to get this particular one. For some reason, I'm not sure why. I'm not an electrical engineer or anything. But from what I've heard, this is the only one that will work. And let me show you how to install this. Alright, I've got everything disconnected there. Now, if you skipped forward to this part, you might still want to watch that first part because you might learn something. But I'm going to start fresh here, just like we haven't done this before. And we're going to start wiring for the reverse and stop light. Alright, so what this is a trailer tow box, and it allows you to connect your lights up to your trailer. But we don't need the little trailer adapter here, so we can just try and figure out how much wiring you need here, and we'll cut the rest off. I'd say that ought to give us plenty there, and I will cut the rest. And now I'm going to strip all these wires on both sides. Alright, so I've got all the wires stripped on this thing. Now this is for a trailer, obviously, but we're not using a trailer, of course, so the side that says to vehicle is going to go to your Jeep, and the side that says to trailer is going to go to the lights. Also, I didn't mention this before, but you only need one of these boxes, but if you just use one, you're going to have to route wires underneath the carpet or across this plastic piece to the other side of the Jeep and then back. So I found these for 16 bucks, so I just went ahead and bought two. That way I can put one on the right side and one on the left side, not have to worry about running wires back and forth. Alright, so now you're going to take this side that says to vehicle and start attaching that to your wires over here. First I'll do the right turn signal, and because we marked these, we know that well, one of these is the turn signal. I can't even read my own writing here. Alright, I think that says turn there. Obviously the black was the ground, and the other one is the turn signal, so we're going to attach those together. And now we've got the red wire, which is the stop. And we're going to find the brake light, which is over here. That's the run and the brake, and that is the run, so this must be the brake. I'm going to attach those together here. Alright, so the next is the left turn signal. We're not going to worry about that because I've got another box for the left turn signal, but if you need to, run that across and attach that to your left turn signal into the Jeep. Okay, next is the tail light. So that's going to be what I call the running light. So that'll be right here, run. Twist those together. And ground. Now on this, you could probably attach it to the black, or you could drill into the side over here, or I've actually got a good spot over there on the seat belt bracket that I can probably ground that to. But for right now, I'm just going to attach that to the black wire. Alright, so the reverse light doesn't need to go through the box. It's just going to connect to your reverse from the Jeep. So I'm going to put that aside for right now. And right now we're worried about the stop, tail, and whatever that's going to be for. So the right turn stop. So I'm going to look on the back here, and the stop and turn is, let's see, this red wire. So I'm going to take those and twist them together. Okay, now the white wire is the ground. I'm going to take that and attach it to the ground to the box here. Alright, so next I've got the left turn and stop. I'm not going to connect that because, like I said, I've got the other box on the other side. And this is the right turn signal anyway. Okay, and the other one is the tail light. So that's going to be the one I got left, I guess. Okay, let's test that. Not sure if I got this right. Let's test it just to find out. Alright, so the running light's working. Let's check the blinker. Alright, the blinker works. Now we need to check the brake. Alright, so the running light works, the brake light works, and the turn signals work, but I also want to make sure that the turn signals work while the brake is functioning and the brakes work while the turn signal is functioning. So I'm going to check that. Alright, so everything worked, everything checked out. Now you know what that box is for. That box is so that you can use this one light as the brake light and the turn signal at the same time. And what it does is kind of reverses something around in there so that, well, you saw it. But the one thing that puzzled me was on the left side I had a problem with this box, and I'm guessing it's because it's made in China, and I had to switch the stoplight and the left turn on the left side. I'm not sure why I had to do that, but if you have a problem and yours is not working, then I would on the tow vehicle side, on the Jeep side, I would cross your stop and your left turn wires, or your stop and your right turn wires. I'm not saying you are going to have to do that, but I did on the opposite side, and this side worked just fine as it is laid out in the diagram. Alright, so now that I've got the tail, stop, and turn light working there, I can go ahead and attach the others. Now this one is the side marker, and I'm not sure about the local laws, but I would assume that you would need to use that as your running lights. If you really wanted to, you could probably use that as a turn signal or a brake light as well, but depending on what you want to do with it, you're just going to wire that straight into the Jeep here. For me, I'm going to use that as a running light. So all you have to do is take one of your extra running lights that you have and attach that into there. There we go. Alright, and the reverse light, you've got 3 wires coming out of the pigtail, but you're only going to use 2. And what you're going to do with that one is take your reverse light straight from the Jeep, cut that, and we'll wire the 2 working wires into there. Let's see which one it is for sure here. I'm going to connect the white to the ground here. And not that one. Okay, there it is. So on this white light, if you're using that for the reverse light, it's going to be the white is the ground and the red is the power. So all that means is when you connect it to your Jeep, the white is going to go to your reverse light black, and then your red is going to go to what other color you've got there for your reverse light. Now that I've got everything laid out and working properly, all I need to do is disconnect these and attach the butt connectors and use heat shrink tubing if that's what you're going to do. And I won't bore you with all that. I'm sure you can figure that out. So we will cut to the end of it here. Alright, now I want to show you this, guys. We're looking at the dash panel in my Jeep. And at first your flashers are not going to work. Now, on the older model Jeeps, you can fix this by taking your flashers, your hazard flashers, and swapping that with your blinker. Now all you're going to do is take this one out, take this one out, and swap them around.